And I'm Abby.
And you're listening to Enders Afters.
Where we use EastEnders hot topics to talk about our real worlds.
And have a good gossip.
Welcome to the Afters.
Welcome to the Afters.
Perfect.
I got myself a cup of tea.
Yeah, I know. We're filming at a different time this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
So it's tea time.
5 o'clock somewhere, but it's 11 o'clock here.
So we're gonna heed to this time.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Good. It's been all right. I'm going to France tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's Saturday, isn't it?
Going to the north, so it's not the south. It's a bit cold.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's freezing.
Easy to get to, though.
Yeah, but I'm coming back on the Eurostar. And guys, that was like so expensive.
The Eurostar's crazy unless you book it so far in advance.
£190 return one way. I know, because I did leave it a bit late. But
Yeah.
and the flights were equally as expensive.
Yeah, flights are so expensive. And also, if you're going to choose environment-wise, also the Eurostar is easier. No airport, no blah,
it's
blah, blah.
great. But I was like, what
But
the
still,
hell?
yeah. If it's the same price, great. But also taking the piss.
Bloody hell.
I know.
But do you know Virgin's doing their own one? Yeah, they're doing their own Eurostar. So it's going to be
Really?
competition. So I think the price of Eurostar will come down.
Gorgeous.
I know, even though we don't support Virgin.
No, we don't. Because
Another boycott on the pod.
Richard Branson's a pedo.
Yeah.
Jepstein.
Jepstein Island.
Jeffrey Epstein Island Jepstein. Yeah, but at least it would bring the Eurostar down.
I know, but I'll be getting on the Virgin. I'm joking.
Depends who's cheapest.
Depends who's cheapest, who's got the best
But
snacks.
that is good. We do need more trains than planes.
Yes.
We do.
Preach!
For the environment.
We need more trains than planes.
We just need trains to be more affordable.
Yeah.
And they're not.
Yeah, because to go up north in the UK is the same price. To go to like Manchester or something in your own country.
It infuriates me.
It's bizarre.
It actually infuriates me. And the thing is as well, like all these European countries who have nationalised, like the people own the train services, it's no more than like £8, tenner to get across the country.
I know. They have
and
such
this
good
place,
systems.
it's £8 to get across London,
I
and
know.
£10 to get across London.
I know, because they're all like privatised now, isn't it? So they're all kind of like...
They're run for profit, which they shouldn't be. This is means of transport. Like it's a basic right, really. Like, do you know what I mean? We should be able to travel across country.
We're all about rights on this podcast.
You know us guys, we love a good right.
How's your week been?
How's my week been? What have I up to? Do you know what? I have this funny thing where when people ask me how my week been, I have the biggest mind blank ever.
I know.
And I have to sometimes look at my calendar to see what I did.
Yeah.
But what did I do? Do you know what? I've done a lot of... Again, I spoke about this last pod, but I've actually been doing a lot of poetry nights and stuff recently.
Oh, my... You've been coming back late recently, girl.
Oh, I know, babe. I'm out every night at the moment.
I'm like...
I don't love it. Like I obviously love each thing I do because I wouldn't do it otherwise. But I don't love being out every night of the week. I'm not like I need time to switch off.
Yeah, usually I'm out every night of the week and Abby's tucked up in bed.
Yeah, but no.
This week you've been out on the loose, like a loose goose on the streets
I have.
of London.
What have I even been doing? Wednesday I was at a poetry night. Tuesday, what did I do on Tuesday?
You were out quite late.
Oh my God, on Tuesday, I actually went to this amazing event with my mum. It was called Resistance is Existence. And it was lots of, I suppose, activists, but it had like Zach Polanski, Jeremy Corbyn and that there, all talking about like what we need to do. I actually will chew your ear off about this off pod because I'm sure they don't want the whole pod on that. But it was so empowering. It was so good. It was so clear and precise about what needs to be done. It was very like empowering in the way of like, you know, the fight has been lost already. So we're in the best position to win again against like essentially fascism, which is what's going on in the far right at the moment.
Yeah.
And because we've lost, so we can learn from our mistake. We've been there. We thought, like, you know, the left were going to get in. We thought we was going to have a change of situation and equality was going to be, but it didn't, and they beat us. But we know their game now. We know your tactic, brother.
Yeah.
So we can fight it, and it was like really empowering to see that. And it's like it also made sense. I don't know about you. I'm going on a right political ramble here, but I don't know about you. But when, you know, I'll talk on what it actually is. When Corbyn lost in 2019, I actually felt a lot of grief about that.
Yeah.
And Corbyn was there and he spoke about it. And this woman, the girl that worked with him on the campaign was there called Grace Blakely. And she said the grief she experienced when they lost, because Corbyn said that the first thing he was going to do when he won was eradicate homelessness. We're the sixth most rich country in the world. We should not be having people sleeping on the street. And when they said that, I like really welled up, because like we could have had it so good. Like we could have had some level of equality in this country, and we didn't want it. And it's just so sad, isn't it? But like from them losses, from the way we allowed the elite and the people that are gaining from inequality beat us, we can learn and come back.
Yeah. It's hard to have hope when it's like...
It is, but these sort of things will give you it, do you know what I mean? And they was,
Because even in Lambeth, like, in one of our jobs, like, we've worked in homelessness, and it's like, purpose of it is to rehouse. But when you find out that Lambeth isn't providing any social housing, that they're just building all of these properties for the rich to live in. Other boroughs are building social housing, but Lambeth isn't.
And Lambeth is probably one that needs it the most.
And then my council tax goes up, and I'm like, freaking hell.
And this is why we need to fight the fight, baby.
Yes, but it's like they win because the council can't afford it, so these big companies need... So Lambeth needs the money, so then they give them all this money. But then 10 years down the line, Lambeth is worth even more than what they sell it off for.
For sure.
They did that in Elephant Castle. They sold off the old...
Yeah, the whole
and
thing.
Now, like...
I know, don't get me started.
Anyway. It's like a different planet over there. That's like...
I know. What is this place? I know. It just feels like somewhere you just pass through now.
My mum gets there in the car and she's like, where am I?
Yeah, literally.
Dystopia.
Literally. But yeah, literally.
Dystoperoonies. But anyway, that's really good.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. I'll talk more on it. I'll tell you more on it.
We got a good carbon footprint in this side of the...
Yeah, we do our best, don't we? We try. We try our best. Do you know what? On a lighter note, though, we both went out last weekend, didn't we?
We did, didn't we?
We
That's another
texted
thing. Like,
each other.
you know, people ask you, like, you were saying, how was your weekend? And I'm like,
What did
I
I
don't
do?
even remember what I did. What did we do?
You went and saw,
I saw a
your friend,
yeah.
and then I was out. And we were texting each other like, do we go out? Do we not?
Yeah.
Do we go out? Do we not? And we ended up both separately carrying on our nights, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got back at 3 a.m, and she was on the phone, and
I was dancing around the flat. Bit of alone time sometimes, because I met my friend quite early, so and it was sunny. You know, then once here, it's like you start drinking at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
If not earlier, and then it's like by 11 o'clock, it's like it's time to go home.
Yeah, literally.
Unless you've got another after party, but.
Yeah, I went to an after.
The afters. She went to an afters.
I did, but because I was at a day party and then I went to the afters, but I did still get home at like 2, 3.
Yeah, that's good.
Which is good
really
for me.
Good.
That's good for us.
Yeah.
As you can tell. We love the afters, so that's early for us. So yeah.
Brilliant.
Gorgeous.
Stuff.
Ava, what's your storyline this week?
This week, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, same.
I really enjoyed it. I feel like it's starting to heighten
Turn
again
a little bit
as EastEnders ebbs and flows, as I always say.
Peaks and troughs,
there's a lot
baby.
of love going on, I feel like, at the moment. So, yeah, I haven't got a specific storyline, but I'm like...
Just a subject of love.
Of love, yeah. Because love comes in many different formats, doesn't it? We got jealousy. Yeah. We got love triangles. We've got rejection.
We have, yeah.
Bloody
we got
hell,
cheating.
it's hard. I feel like love is the most potent drug.
Mate,
love.
I know. Just
fucks with your mind.
100%. 100%.
The old
I've been
noggin.
watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and there's a relationship on that, and I'm like, fucking wow.
I know.
And like they're like, it's an addiction, it's not actually. But I think some people replace like these high like dopamine scientific like releases in your body as love.
Yeah, blinds you.
And did you hear recently that Zayn Malik, come out and said that he didn't love Gigi Hadid. And I actually really understood what he meant. And it was a very honest thing to say. And I don't think it was a diss on Gigi. It was about who he is and like how capable are you of love, or how much do you understand love that you know that addiction and craving for validation isn't love.
Yes.
Real love.
It's complex.
Yeah.
Because we are complex people.
Like, I only fell in love for the first time in the last like year or so, and I'm the grand age of 32, and that's because I recognise that it's not that I haven't had huge feelings for ex-partners. It's because that wasn't like real authentic love where you like really just genuinely love that person and you like really love and care. Like I did love that person, but I wasn't in love with them in the past. It was more the heightened thing of like validation, pulling it away, not craving them, toxic. Blah, blah. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. So the storyline with Penny and Vinny is interesting because what's tied them together is the baby. Yeah. So they were just seeing each other. They basically had like a one night stand and now they're having a baby together. So they're obviously trying to make it work.
And now he's trying to buy her a shop.
Yeah, so what I'm thinking is like, they're talking about red flags and he's bought her the shop. And my whole thing with red flags is, if you don't catch them early on, which you don't sometimes because you're blinded by situations.
Especially when you're pregnant, you've got to make it work, or at least try to make it work. So you're going to look past things because you need it to work.
Take the baby out of the equation. There's a lot of times when people get into relationships and there's instantly red flags. And my mum's always like, you either need to change their behaviour, not try and change them, but you need to set the tone.
Yeah, boundaries. Have boundaries.
Exactly. Yep. Don't follow it on, because if you carry on, then it becomes too late and you've just opened this can of worms. You need to recognise them early on, which can be hard. Like him buying her love, like she feels uncomfortable about it in the beginning, but the shop is like, woo.
And then you have the whole thing of like, take the risk. Like Harry said something about like, you're scared of taking a risk, but like you won't know until you do it. And that is true.
They don't know each other and he's bought her a shop.
I know.
It's bad because now you're getting into, it's like buying a house together and now you're fucked because if you break up, you've got this whole, which happens all the time.
All the time. And there's different levels to this as well. But I imagine she's justifying it as well in her own head of like, well, we're going to have a baby anyway, so we may as well tie ourselves to each other. But there's different levels of this. Like Vinny is not ill intent, hasn't got ill intent, but he's definitely...
Just being a stupid man.
Being a stupid man. He really resembles a man, I know. But he's not got ill intent. He genuinely believes his feelings, but he's definitely get carried away. And this is the first time that he's, been with such a amazing woman, blah, 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 blah. He's not thinking straight either. But this won't carry on for Vinny. He will plateau at some point and it won't think. He's not got ill intent, but then you do have some people that do it through control to get them in early, to hook them to
that's another whole thing.
like Vinny's just run away with himself.
Which
he's
is
not
lovely,
thinking straight.
But that's what I'm saying. They haven't got the foundation to be opening a shop. Like they're having a baby, for God's sake, and now you want to take on a shop.
Focus on the baby. Build your foundation there. And even if the baby weren't in the picture, I think focus on your foundations.
You know how I feel about people moving in with their partner too quickly. Because, if you want, you in the beginning, it's so romantic and it's so lovely, but you need to see people for all their colours, which you usually see when you move in with them because you're like, the romance kind of
dies out.
But, like, it does work. I'm just saying people rush.
Yeah, they do.
And then you turn a blind eye to red flags. Yeah. And then you can't, eventually the red flags always come out. Unless you in the beginning fucking stomp them out.
Yeah. And do you know what? People that are...
Like a light red flag, not like an abusive red flag.
Like a pink flag. But like pink flags add up when there's too many of them and they turn into reds.
They do. Like people start off, when you're in a relationship, they start off with, it's always the small things. And then you ignore them. Yeah,
and it's not like, I don't think either of any... Well, it's EastEnders, so they probably will, but... Let's imagine that it was an EastEnders. I don't think Vinny or Penny are ever going to turn toxic, but they might just not be compatible.
That's what I mean.
I feel like a relationship of mine actually kind of a past relationship of mine resembles this dynamic a little bit.
Yeah.
But they've got a baby in the mix as well.
Like they're rushing. A lot of people think, what's the next step?
I know
what's the next step? What's the next step? Just be. Be present in each other's thing. Find out about each other. It's always next step, marriage, house, baby, X, Y, Z. And it's like, while that's lovely, I think you need people to spend more time like understanding who the person is.
Exactly.
Because you might not like them in 6 months' time.
For sure. And I think people that have like secure attachment styles and secure approaches to love, or like healthy, stable approaches to love, don't feel the need to rush. That comes off of the back.
Yeah,
and look,
proving something in your relationship.
Yeah. Like, I definitely don't always have a secure attachment style. So I'm not saying this about other people. I'm talking from experience and experiencing other people. But like, I think people that are like know how love truly is, and it's not this high infatuation validation thing, they can take it at a normal pace. And that's, I think sometimes when people take it too slow and are scared of commitment, that's a problem in itself.
Yeah.
But like, you know, this it should just be normal. The way you would step into a friendship.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
yeah,
hard,
I know
though.
sometimes you do click with someone, but just like normal pace, like you'd date normally, you'd get to know each other, you'd fully know each other, then take the next step. Not like, I'm so madly in love with you now.
Yeah, and that does come with experience, because it's okay when you're young and it's like, oh, it's all just like, you don't really know how to control yourself because you're like so in love and you're young and dumb. But when you learn those lessons, you need to learn the lessons.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, they are having a baby. You would, in your head, think, well, we're having a fucking baby. May as well rush the rest of it too.
We may as well open a shop.
Yeah. Also, why are you opening the shop? You're about to have, like, be pregnant for the first time.
I know. She's like, use the money on the freaking baby.
Oh, yeah. But
that's typical men. They just don't think, and they don't tell you what they're going to do, and then they do it. And you're like, no, that's going to now
and he
affect
did that with
us in the long
Suki.
run.
Yeah, exactly.
Suki's going to be well involved in all this.
Yeah. The flash forward for New Year's Day, and Jack's upset. I think like Suki might end up killing Penny or something crazy.
Oh my God.
Something's going to happen there. Anyway, the Brannins and the Panistars anyway.
Can I just say, like, Evie is so nice and she's going out with Suki and she's so evil, and I'm like, she's not seeing the red flags.
I know. Suki needs Eve to
Eve
make
is
her
like,
less evil.
It's like, that's what I mean. Some people are so lovely and they have horrible partners, and you're like, how does that work?
It's because she was abused by her mum. She's got mummy's issues.
Yeah, but behind closed doors, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
No,
it's a
you
relationship.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so much love in the square at the moment, isn't there? There's not just them that have got that going on. There's so many different variations of love. I'm trying to think of one of them.
You're
That's
like,
why.
and then on the square, there's so many different.
It's like when Nicole
It's like it's
Scherzinger-
rambling through your brain.
You know, did you see the clip of Nicole Scherzinger literally like
I love that.
disassociating mid
Oh my God.
interview because someone asked
Iconic.
her, what about the other Pussycat dolls? Where are they? And she ended up being like malfunctioning and mid. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Malfunctioning mid interview. It's like, babe, isn't that the first question you would PR train yourself for?
There used to be 102 of you, and now there's 3.
Also, like that, you know you're going to get asked that. Did you not think she must have forgot the answer?
They're so self-absorbed. I think they just were like, it's
And
all
she
going to
was-
be about me.
And she was like, women are just, as women, no, you're not going to pass this off as a feminist thing. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, so what's your storyline of the week?
My storyline is similar, you know, because there's so much love in the square this week. My storyline is dating. Because we've got Oscar,
The Triangelina.
the Triangelina, Oscar sleeping with Josh, and then finds out later on it's his ex-girlfriend, but now they're getting back together. Long-lost twin brother. What a triangle like that. Have you ever had a little situ?
No. But we know someone.
We do. I will tell the listeners.
Tell us the story.
So I met this guy and started very like non.
On a night out, you remember on a night
Yeah,
out?
but and very like, I wouldn't even go as far to say see him, but we were talking and like he came round a few times, etc. And we met on a night out. On a night out that I was with lots of my friends, I knew other people there too. One of them was your cousin, who I know as well. It's not like, yeah, I know as well. And
Part of the family.
and then so we're talking for a bit. I did call it off before I found this out. Anyway, I called it off with him because he was an absolute weirdo. We'll say about that later. But you go out on a drink with your cousin and she's like, I'm talking to this guy.
Yeah.
I met him at that event, and it was like the same event that she was at with me. And you're like, oh yeah, what's he like? And she tells you his name. You use it.
I didn't know his name, but
Did you not?
When she was describing him to me,
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds a bit familiar to what you were describing me as. Bit weird. But all right.
Literally.
You know when they start off
Because
all
you
right
met
at the
him
beginning?
very briefly in the house, didn't you?
Yeah. But
And he knew that it was my housemate's cousin. Like, he knew it was my friend and my housemate's cousin. And he's in the gaff saying hello to you with me
he knew
while he was still chirpsing your cousin.
Yeah. Texting you both at the same time.
I know. At the same time, I was like, your cousin was like, we need to run up on him.
Yeah.
Let's set him up.
Yeah. Like, let's set him up.
But luckily, I had actually called it off of him before I even found that out. So that was kind of good that it wasn't off the back of finding that out. I was like, you're a loser anyway. I called it off of you because you're a loser. But like,
you know, people have the nerve to do that.
I know, but the laughs on him because he came here, he had no shame in admitting that he'd gone out on the night out that we met on with £4 in his account. Obviously, like, yeah, we got food, I paid for it, and then the next morning we went to leave the house, right? And I was getting ready, he was about to leave, and I was like, because I was going separate ways. I was going out too. And I said, okay, see you later. I was like, I will be leaving in about 5 minutes though, so you can wait if you want. But if you want to go, that's absolutely fine. I'm giving you this context because I need you to know that I gave him an opportunity to leave on his own.
Yeah.
And
like,
he was like,
I'm going this way. You're going that way.
And I was like, and you can go now if you want, or you can wait 5 minutes. I wasn't like, oh, wait for me.
Yeah.
I literally said that. And he was like, oh, I'll wait. Cool, no problem. Get to the bus stop because you have to get the bus to the station from our house. And we're at the bus stop and he goes, oh, like, you know, in TFL, like, I didn't have money in my account, which I already knew, which we was already embarrassed about, but whatever. You know, when it rejects. And I was like, yeah, sometimes when it rejects, it still lets you tap on the next day. And he went, oh, no, I don't think it will. But it's fine. I'm gonna convince the driver to let me on. Bearing in mind, he's quite a well-dressed man of my age, boy of my age.
Yeah.
And,
correct that.
And he's willing to get on the bus and I'd be with him and try and convince the driver. It's not like he's like a little old woman to let him on for free. And I was like, absolutely not. He was like, no, it's fine. He obviously does it all the fucking time. But he was so willing to do this in front of me. I had to pay for his bus fare. So the laughs on him because obviously the girls group chat know and obviously every single one of my friends address him by the name of bus fare now.
No shame.
Because we see him out occasionally. So he's not called by his name. He's called bus fare.
And for context, like, we're not laughing at him because he's broke. We don't mind that. But it's just
The lack of shame.
The lack of shame and also acting like, kind of like expecting you to like pay for the pizza. He wasn't like upfront about it.
Cool, if you're broke, go home, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you on a night out
Don't come
with a pack of fags and drinking and getting on it?
They're the worst kind of people.
Literally.
They always have a pack of fags.
And do you know what resembles the worst thing is like if I ever got stuck in that situation where I stayed at someone's house, I would have I can count at least 5 people on my hand right now, you being one of them, that I could ring up and say, babe, give me 20 quid, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
And they would transfer it in a click of her fingers. And he even spoke to his brother on the phone while he was with me. So that just goes to show he has drained all of his resources to the degree that no one will lend him money, not even a 20 quid to get home anymore.
Yeah, and those kind of people, it's just like little leeches, aren't they?
Honestly. And my friend says as well about him, whenever she sees him or he comes up on socials and that, she's like, he makes me feel uncomfortable now. He's just so, and like I've spoke to other people about this that like, no, even my, like a previous boyfriend of mine, I told him that story and he was like, he knew he was known as a ponce already and he was like, he'd tried to like cat a drink off him at a bar once and he doesn't even know him. Like, so he obviously has a rep like that.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's like the smokers that never have cigarettes and they're like, I've quit, but you're smoking.
Yeah, you're smoking my fags.
Yeah, they're 20 quid.
Literally,
I don't mind giving anyone a cigarette.
Yeah, literally.
I always give a homeless person a fag, but it's their ones, I've quit, but you haven't.
Yeah.
Because you're knees deep in my fucking tobacco pouch.
But yeah.
And then you give them one, and then it's like, then they hang around, and it's like, you get out the next, but then they're like, then you're like, no.
At this stage, go buy it. You know that's you for the night. You're a smoker
I always
tonight.
say there's a corner shop down the
Do
road.
you?
Yeah, because if I can feel the ponce.
Yeah, if you can feel it's the
that.
thing.
If I like you, whatever.
And also, if it is just one call, but if you can think, oh, they've attached onto me now to smoke my cigarettes.
I will give fags up till the cows come home, but if you're giving me poncy vibes, you can go and buy your fag.
He is poncy vibe, but no shame in it as well. He fully kind of admitted it.
Yeah, it was giving that.
And then when we got to the tube station,
he was like, "Can you pay for my tube?"
No, he bunked the slid behind someone at the grand old
there,
gate.
but like, come on.
Yeah, we've all been there, but like, it's obviously what he does daily, and he's not like I don't know, like you're a grand old boy, and you're going on nights out. Stop going on nights out.
And also don't go back to people's houses. It's so icky. It's like
100%.
it's like almost like you're using. I know I had a friend who saw a guy that was basically using her bed as a bed. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Because they found out a similar way of like he's always just like in girls' beds, and it's like probably because he hasn't got a bed to go to.
Oh God.
I know.
God.
They're out there.
They're out there, these lynchy boys. But yeah, that was our triangle that we had, and Ava was a detective that linked it all together.
Yeah, I was like, no, that can't be the same guy.
And it was the same
And she
guy.
was like, no, it's not that. My cousin was like, no, it's not that guy. And I was like, no, I think
It's
it's the
that
same
guy.
guy.
And then
I
we
was like, show me a
text each other,
picture.
didn't we?
And then it was like, oh my God, you're not going to believe this.
Jokes. Oh my God, jokes.
But yeah, that leads me on to leechy people because we got Bea.
Oh my God, yeah.
Who's leeching off Honey and
Billy.
Billy.
Billy sees straight through it.
I
She's
know.
managed to manipulate young Will.
I know. I'm like confused what the next thing's going to be, which I like.
Yeah, because we don't know yet.
She's obviously stolen the credit card in Honey's name. But then she's trying to stay there, but then she's being nice, but then she's playing the victim.
I think it is going to be some evil shit because I think what's going to happen is obviously Honey's just going through the menopause and she's been gaslit a little bit. They're telling a great story of this because this is what happens a lot of the time. Same way, this is a story for another day, but the same way women get gaslit about their periods and stuff.
Yeah.
I just got diagnosed with endometriosis.
Oh, don't get
I first
started.
went to the doctor when I was 12 years old, so that's 20 years it's taken me to get the diagnosis. But anyway, people do it with menopause as well.
Yeah.
It's a thing of not believing women and
Yeah.
gaslighting them that they should just get on with it.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing storyline, but I think that it might lead to them being like, honey, you sure you just didn't forget getting out the credit card?
Oh.
And then she's going to start making Honey look crazy, but be the saviour.
Yeah.
But she's just overstaying her welcome. I'm like, when she left the other day, I was like, finally. But
know.
obviously, in typical EastEnders
I
fashion,
know.
she's back.
She's so funny because she's like, don't feel sorry for me.
And she's like faked 2 attacks, hasn't she? And and she's just got her claws in. But Billy sees straight through her.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Always trust your gut.
Yeah, but Honey's
No
too
one
nice.
believes anyone on the square when they trust their gut, though. That's the whole purpose of it.
No one trusts their gut on EastEnders ever.
No one.
No
But Billy
one.
knows, and I think Honey is going to start getting annoyed at Billy for being rude about her because Bee's being so nice to her.
And Bee's going to use it to her advantage to play the victim.
I do love Billy though because it's like every time Bea says something, she's like, "I'm going to go and pack," and he's like, "Yeah, let me know if you need help with that." Or she's like, "I'm about to leave. Yeah, I'll close the door behind you."
Billy's iconic.
Billy's iconic.
Billy's one of my favourite ever EastEnders characters in the
love
most
it.
underrated way. And do you know what I love about Billy is a real person. Where you know some EastEnders characters are a bit of a caricature,
Yeah.
which we love, but Billy is a real person.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I'll show you which way to leave. He's like, he sees right through it. You've got to trust your gut in life, guys.
You have. You have.
Because sometimes you ignore it and it always goes wrong.
Yeah. And she's almost doing the whole love bombing thing, isn't she? Like with Will paying for his school trip.
Yeah.
And then like with Honey, she's now paying for the menopause thing.
Yeah.
But that's red flags.
People that don't leave are so annoying. They
For
don't
sure.
get the memo. You know those people, especially at an afters. And you host an afters and like, you're like...
Yeah, I bet you're good though. I bet you just turf them straight
Well, I never
out.
used to be, but now you're like, or like back in the day, you'd be cleaning around their foot at like 7 in the morning, and they're still there, like, go home.
Literally.
Now I'm like, guys, get out.
Yeah, that's what I'd be like.
But you know them people.
Yeah.
The nerve. I think like they know, but they just choose to ignore it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They just don't want to go home.
I know.
Or whatever the situation is, they just refuse to leave.
Clingy McGee.
Clingy McGee, I can't deal with it. If someone, it's not even like a love bomb thing to me, but if someone is too friendly with me too soon, it makes me take a step back.
Yeah.
I'm quite guarded. When someone's my friend, I'm like literally, you know what I'm like. But like, I am guarded at first. So like, if you are too friendly with me too soon, that's such a red flag for me. I take a step back. Like, it takes a while for me to really trust
Same.
people.
Same.
But I think with like, I know it's such a cheesy thing to say, but real recognises real. But I think it's like, it's a subtle thing. Like me and you, I would say got quite close quite quickly, but I think that's just because we
hard
weren't
to
begging
warm
it.
up. Naturally.
Naturally,
We
yeah,
weren't
but I
like,
think we, no.
We're
But
like, you're right.
yeah, for sure. But as soon as we got into conversations, we realised each other was a real one. Obviously, we were living together as well. We didn't know each other before we lived together. So like, as soon as we got into these conversations, we recognised that each other were sweet, and that's why we was able to, because it weren't like we were trying it with each other. It just naturally happened, and you have them friendships. But when people try to get close to you or speak like they know you, like, oh yeah, that's what she's like. I'm like, you don't know me, babes, and don't call me Abs. Call me Abby until I allow you to call me Abs.
Oh, get in line, get in line.
Do you know what I mean? I hate when people shorten my name before we're friendly.
Oof.
Do you know what I mean?
No, my name's short. Oh, but your name's short.
No, but you don't really shorten Ava, do you?
What annoys me about me is they say, you remind me of someone. I get that all the time. You remind me of, doesn't annoy me anymore, because now I understand, like, maybe it's a certain thing you do that, like, we all kind of have similar traits, I suppose. But then I meet them and I'm like, you're not like me at all.
Yeah.
But
I get that about what I look
it
like.
It can be kind of like endearing, I suppose, sometimes. When I was younger, I'm like,
people creating connection with you, innit? But
yeah.
people say that to me about how I look all the time, but they don't realise that 6 people have said that to me in the past week. So like that person's being complimentary, and usually when they show me, obviously because they're not going to mug me off, it is like a pretty person or like, no, but like it is someone.
She is usually a 10.
She is an absolute model most of the time. No, but like it's usually someone that I'm not offended by.
It's usually a model.
I'm taking a piss. It's obviously not. But like it's not someone I'm offended by looking like. But I don't want to look like everyone all the time, and but this person, I'm in my head offended, not at that person saying it, it's not their fault, but at the fact that this is the 6th time it's happened this week, but they don't realise it. They think they're giving me a compliment. I'm like, cool, I look like every girl, but also it's always just a girl with brown eyes.
It's not that.
It's as simple as that.
No, I think it's like, now I've come to realise this is some sort of trait or something they like in you. It can be quite small that they connect, but because people can be a bit basic, it's like,
yeah.
Oh.
Also, I think I'm not very unique looking. I have very...
Yes, you are.
No. This isn't a diss. I have very simple features. Nothing about me is unusual.
Oh, God. It's like a therapy session now.
No. This is just like, matter of fact, I don't think there's anything about me that is striking or unusual. So you see me and I look like another girl that is like that with brown eyes. That's what it always is. They show me and I'm like, yeah, she has brown eyes. And she has nothing particular about her.
Yeah.
With me, like I have nothing particular about me, nothing that would set me out from the crowd. That's not a negative thing. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, she has brown eyes, I have brown eyes, cool.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay. But yeah, what else has been happening this week?
Well, we got Linda and Max. What I said to you before? Linda's going to catch feelings for Max, and she did, which is crazy because Max is the person that came in between her and Mick's relationship.
But Max can get under anyone's skin.
I love it.
Literally anyone's skin.
I love that every elder woman on the square has had a thing for Max.
Younger too, Stacey.
Apart from Denise.
Has she not? I suppose it's Jack.
Oh yeah,
that she's been with. Yeah.
She got boring running.
But yeah, he can get under anyone's skin. And there are men like that. And you always think you're immune to them. My ex-boyfriend was like that. My ex-boyfriend was like that. And he'd got, this is such a shameful thing to say, I suppose, but I was like 23 when I was with him. But like, he had got with a lot of people we knew, like in our wider friendship group, and I was always like, nah, he's mugging it, rah 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 rah. I ended up being like one of the only girls in a relationship with him, and I was like, no, I'd never have that, and it bit me in the arse because I had such a strong opinion about it. But as soon as he realised that I was the only one that weren't buying his shit, he went hard on the pursuit, and he pursued me for 4 months straight and took my rejection on the chin and would show up in the middle of the night at my front door and everything. Like, he went in, he sent me presents, blah, 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 blah.
Wow.
In the end, I knew it was destined for failure, but I just thought I have to give it a go. And
I see what everyone's seeing.
And that is Max Brannan.
Yeah.
And we're cool now. Like, it's not even a thing. I think because I always knew it would never work out. Don't get me wrong, it was really toxic at the time, but it's never that deep now. Do you know what I mean? We chat every now and again and it's not that deep. But like, and we're cool. And there's no disrespect to him. Like,
I have this thing where if a guy's like really sexy and everyone likes him, I'm instantly like, ugh. But then you like because I hate giving people too much boost of confidence. But then you meet them and you're like, oh, you are actually kind of nice.
Oh, if I was single, I'd probably shag
You're
you
like,
too.
yeah, I get it. Fuck's sake.
Literally. Because also people like Max and my ex,
Some people just have that thing about them, don't they?
they do. They know how
is
to
so
do
annoying.
it. So annoying. And also they are pushed forward by someone not wanting them, and that's
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah.
And they
It
know
comes
how
so
to do
easy
it.
to them.
They know how to do the charm.
But do you have any half glass fills?
Glass half fill this week. I've got a universal glass half fill for all of us to embrace. The clocks go forward or back? Spring forward. Yes, forward this
Forwards.
weekend. So we're getting an extra daylight.
The sun is peeking through.
The sun is peeking through,
We've got hailstones sometimes, but
but we're going to have a longer day.
we're going to have a longer day.
What's your glass half fill?
Glass half fill is I'm going away with my family. I'm going to be with them, which is nice.
And you're seeing your boo
And
later.
I'm seeing my Billy. I haven't
And
seen
on the
him in 5
subject
days.
of love for the episode, I think that's a good glass half fill.
Yeah, I've got a good one.
You have got a good one.
So yeah, cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Yeah, let us know if you've had any funky love stories, weird love triangles.
Any love triangle. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff that you always do.
And we'll see you next week on the pod.
Yeah, love ya.